Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Georgia. I hope you're well. Welcome to my February TBR. As always, I'm going to be using my trusty TBR jar. I absolutely love this jar. I think it just creates such fun TBRs and makes me gravitate towards books I wouldn't usually choose. I'm going to try and focus on picking books from my cart, but equally, if there's something that doesn't work off my cart but there is on my bookshelves, I'm not going to not use my bookshelves too. Everything I want to read is just, this is sort of like my goal cart for the year. If you want to see my thought process behind this whole cart, then there is a separate video on my channel that includes me setting up the cart, so I'll link that for you guys. But I'm going to use my TBR jar and prioritise my cart, and let's just jump straight in for our first prompt. So to make this more interesting, I have been getting rid of the prompts once we've used them and putting them in like a separate jar, just so that we're actually getting new prompts and things. So let's just go straight in for prompt number 1. I have a blue one. So I have a book with a person on the cover. So I definitely have options for this, and I'm definitely going to gravitate towards more like romance. I think that's going to be my most common people. Also people. I mean, I definitely have a lot of options for this. The first like 5 books have people on the cover. We've got Stolen Air by Sophie Lark. There is a person on the cover. I'm going to say people's fine, but yeah. We also have Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I really want to read this, and it's also on my 26 and 2026. False Start also has people, but if you want to argue that that's silhouettes and not actual people, I also have the new covers. There's absolutely a person on the front of that cover. I just don't want to go and get it. And this one will be finishing off a series, so that would be really good. I also have The Score by Elle Kennedy, people on the cover. This would be continuing a series. I mean, they all have people on the cover. The Wrong Mr. Right also has people on the cover. This is be book 2, so again, continuing on. Also has people on the cover. Why have I not taken that off yet? I usually take the stickers off before they make it onto the bookshelves, but apparently I didn't fancy doing that with this one. Mate also has people on the cover. Okay, I think that might be it. So what are we feeling? I don't fancy reading The Wrong Mr. Right now, I'll be honest. I also don't think I'm feeling Mate by Ali Hazelwood right now either. I think I might save that for the more like autumny months, but we'll see. I don't think I'm feeling the Brutal Birthright series right now either, so I'm going to put that back. So maybe one of these 3. So I'm choosing between The Score, Soul Searching, and A False Start. I think I'm going to go for Soul Searching, you know. So this came out in September last year, and I genuinely thought I would read this the second it arrived at my door. I've read the Rebel Blue Ranch series by this author and absolutely loved that, so I genuinely thought I would immediately jump into this. So this one's following our main character, Collins and Brady. It's like a paranormal romance, I think. So Colin can see ghosts, and like Brady basically lets her stay in his spare room. I don't know what the whole situation is with that, but then he didn't realise that she would be like speaking to thin air and stuff. So I think this one will be a really fun paranormal romance. I've not really read anything like that. I guess I have a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to give this one a go. I'm surprised it's taken me as long as it has to pick this book up, and obviously this is also on my 26 and 2026 like I said, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I think it is going to be book 1 in a series, so I'm intrigued to get this read and then see sort of like where I think it'll go for the rest of this. So book 1 for February, I have Soul Searching by Lila Sage. Let's go in for prompt number 2. A purple one. I have a book with purple on the cover. Okay, I feel like I definitely have limited options for this one. And again, I think I'm probably going to have to gravitate towards romance. Oh, wait. Okay. Is that purple or is that pink? Okay, there's purple on the cover anyway, so I'm just going to go for it. I really want to finish off the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver, and this is book 4 in that series, so this would be me finishing this off. You can argue that that's pink, but there is absolutely purple in the mountains, so I'm going to read this one. This one follows Nadia and I want to say Griffin, Griffin, which is at book 3's main male character, Stefan. It's his sister and his best friend. So we've got like a fun best friend's sister age gap romance, and I think this is going to be really, really interesting. So I'm definitely putting this one straight on my February TBR. I've been wanting to finish this series off for a long time so that I can finally start this series. I don't like reading multiple series, especially from the same author, so I definitely want to get these finished so I can jump into this one, ready for when Fever Dream comes out later this year. Book 2 for February, and a book with purple on the cover. We have A False Start by Elsie Silver. We have 2 romances so far. Let's see if we can get some fantasies on there. I have another purple one. I've got a book with a number in the title. Do I have that? Okay, I don't have that on my cart. Do I have that on my shelf? I'm not sure I have one. Oh, okay, okay. So I have a book with a number in the title, and I have The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I have heard the most amazing things about this book, and like especially going through sort of like the end of year wrap-ups again, this has been doing the rounds again, and it was the same for me last year, which is why I bought it. So when I was watching everyone's 2024 wrap-ups, this was in so many people's like top books of the year. I think it's about time we give this a go. This one follows Clementine. 6 months ago, Clementine West had the worst day of her life, so she came up with a plan to keep her heart safe, stay busy, work hard, take no risks, and it's been working. That's until one day she finds a strange man standing in her kitchen, a man with kind eyes, a crooked smile, and a recipe for the perfect lemon meringue pie. The kind of man that before everything she could have fallen for. He's perfect, but for one thing, he lives in the past. 7 years ago to be exact. This should be impossible, but Clementine used to love impossible things, and maybe, just maybe, she will again. It's just so interesting, and I'm so intrigued to see sort of like how that works. I'm intrigued. I'm just so intrigued, and I think this will be such a fun little romance. So I'm going to go for this. I'm sorry. I know we're doing a lot of romance apparently in the month of February, but I mean, February is Valentine's Day. Maybe we could just do like a reading romance video for Valentine's Day. Could we do that? I might do that. I have a list of really good romances. I might just throw my schedule for February out the window and include a reading romance books video for Valentine's Day. So this is going to be our third book for February. I think this one's going to be really interesting, and I've heard the most amazing things about this book in particular. So this will be really fun. I'm going to add this to our February TBR. And like I said, a book with a number in the title. We have the number 7. So book number 3, let's add it. Let's go for prompt number 4. Sorry, Freya's on her scratching post. I don't know if you can hear that. I have another purple one. We have a blue and 3 purples so far. So book number 4, I have a standalone book. Is Bury Our Bones a standalone? Please be a standalone. So I've done some research, and this is apparently a standalone book. So I've had a look. I can't see anywhere of it mentioning that it's going to be a series. I think we're going to put Bury Our Bones on the Midnight Soil. I do think everything else on here is actually part of the series anyway. So this might be my only option from my TBR cart. I mean, obviously I can still look at my other books, but where did I do that one? This book's on here. And again, it's another book on my 2016 2026. So this is absolutely a good idea. So this, I think, is 3 young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. One grows high, one grows deep, one grows wild, but all of them grow teeth. So I think it's like a vampire sapphic romance. I do want to read some more sapphic romance books. I feel like I'm slowly collecting a few, and I haven't read any of them yet. So this one I think follows 3 different women and their different stories through different years. So like the first one's 1532, the second one's 1827, and the third one is 2019. So I don't know if this is going to be like when the 3 girls get turned or something, but I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I have heard Elle and Catherine talk about this book so much, and I want to know what that's all about. So I'm going to pop this on my February TBR. So we've got Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V. Schwab. This is going to be such a good read. I have such high hopes for this book. So our 4th book for February, let's get Bury Our Bones on my February TBR. Let's go for our 5th prompt. If I pull another purple, I'm putting it back. I want some different colours. Right, I have a purple and a pink, so I'm going to drop the purple back in and keep the pink one. A book with an animal on the cover. Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm going to really regret this, but I do think... I think I might put Diabound on, you know. I do have a couple of options. I mean, The Night and the Moth has a moth on the cover. Riftborn has snakes on the cover. Sky Shade has a snake on the cover. So again, I could do that, but I think I want this. Or do I leave this a little bit longer because the next one comes out in May? Would it be better to read this closer to the time so that I can read them like one after the other? Oh, I really don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm just putting it off because I'm intimidated by how big this book is. It's like over 500 pages long. It's like nearly 600 pages. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. I said I was going to stop putting off books because they were big. This is a big book. It's like 600 pages long. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I have been so excited to read this book, but like I said, I've just been putting it off because it's big. It is big. But I really want to read this. So I think we're going to be good, and we're going to put this one on here. I think this one is sort of like a trials and competitions book, which is, if you know me, you know I love a trials and competitions book. It's to join this army. She's looking for her sister, if I remember right. Yeah, so her little sister is kidnapped, and she's desperate to sort of like join this army to basically go and find her sister. But this year they decide that they also, instead of just the competitions and trials, they have to like bond with direwolves. I've heard that this book is amazing. I think there's a lot of like, it has the similar elements of like they're bonded like in Fourth Wing, so like they can talk mentally and stuff. And I've just heard amazing things. I really want to give this a go, and I'm really excited to jump into this one. I think this one is going to take me a while to get through, but I'm not going to let that put me off. I do really want to read this, and I've put it off for like months now because I've had this on my TBR for so long, but like been intimidated by the size, and I need to get over that. I've said that I want to try and read one bigger book a month, like longer book, just to try and get through some of them, because the amount of series I've stopped reading because the next book's huge, and I need to just get over that and stop freaking out about big books and being intimidated. So book number 5 for February. I'm going to be good. I'm going to put this on there. We have Diabound by Sable Sorensen. Let's go in for our final prompt for February. I have a blue one. A smutty book. Okay, so I know exactly what I'm choosing for this one, and I'm going away from my TBR cart because I've literally just unboxed these. So I pre-ordered the entirety of this series. This is the Game Changer series by Rachel Reed. This is all that has been on my social media for like the last month, is this series, the Heated Rivalries, the TV show, the books, and I need to jump on the bandwagon. I need to jump on before I get any more spoilers. So these are ice hockey romances. I've never read an book before. I love my sport romance. I think these will be up my street, I'll be honest. I really want to read these. So like I said, these are romances, which I've never read before. I have heard that they are particularly smutty, so it fits the prompt perfectly. Some people I know have actually complained that these are too smutty, so I feel like I can't really go wrong with picking this one. So I'm gonna jump into these ones. I've been needing a sort of like adult ice hockey romance anyway, so I'm in the middle of this one, the Off Campus series. So this is like a college university hockey romance, but I really want like the adult ones. Like I've read the Mile High series and really enjoyed that. I do quite like the adult ones, so I do want to read this. I feel really bad because I'm completely skipping past the Consider Me series and just immediately jumping into a different one instead, even though I said that this would be the next like adult ice hockey romance I read. But it's too late now. This is on my February TBR. I've decided I needed a smutty book. This is going to be perfect. So this one follows our main characters Scott and Kip. So Scott is the ice hockey captain, and he's, by the sounds of it, quite sort of superstitious, and he goes for this smoothie at this smoothie bar and breaks his like slump after that smoothie. So he's now like, well, I need that smoothie before every game, or you know, I'm not going to play well. Let's be honest, he's not just going for the smoothie. He's definitely going for the guy. These books, as far as I'm aware, follow quite a lot around sort of guilt and the stigma around sort of like ice hockey men should be like men and not sort of like homosexual. So it follows a lot of there's a word I'm looking for, and it's not guilt. It's basically going through all sort of judgment and how they hide behind closed doors for so long and things like that. So like he says at the end, Scott needs Kip in his life, but with playoff season approaching, the spotlight on him is suddenly brighter than ever. He can't afford to do anything that might derail his career or the public image of what a hockey captain should be. Kip is ready to go all in with Scott, but how much longer will he remain a secret? I'm really looking forward to these. Like I said, I've heard a lot of the most amazing things about the sort of mental health representation in these books, as well as it just being a sport romance and being and smutty and fun. So I am definitely looking forward to getting into this, and it being my first romance too. So this is going to be my final book for February. I am so excited to give this one a go. It's going straight on the February TBR. There we have it. There we have February TBR. I think it's going to be such a fun reading month. I feel like I've got some definite like good romances ready for this video. I've just decided I'm absolutely going to be filming now of my reading romance books because I just have such a nice selection of romance here. So let's quickly go through them. So a book with a person on the cover, I've picked Soul Searching by Lila Sage. This is a paranormal romance. I then have a book with purple on the cover. We've gone for A False Start by Elsie Silver. I love Elsie Silver's writing, and this will be finishing off the Golden Trench series as well. A book with a number in the title, I have 7 Years Slip by Ashley Poston. I'm so excited to finally give this one a go. I feel like this has been on my TBR for the longest time. I then have a standalone, and I've gone for Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. This is a vampire sapphic romance. I'm really excited to give this a go. A book with an animal on the cover, we have Diabound by Sable Sorensen. It's got the wolf on the front. It's also got a wolf on the sprayed edges as well. I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. I have, again, had this on my TBR for what feels like the longest time. The next book comes out this year as well, so it's the perfect time to give this book a go. And then finally, a smutty book. I have Game Changer by Rachel Reed. This is book 1 in the Game Changer series. and I am so excited to get into my first ice hockey romance. I think this will be a lot of fun, and I'm scared I'm just going to read this and then binge read the entire series. I'm not going to lie. So there we have it. We have a good list of books this month. This is going to be such an interesting reading month. We have lots of romance. We have some fantasies. This is just going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to jump into these books. Let me know what you're reading in the month of February, or if you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them, because I always love to hear your guys' opinions. I think it's so interesting to see if we've got similar reading tastes. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys are well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, my social media, my Amazon, my Goodreads and my business email are all in the description bar below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys are well. Take care.